Welcome back to Coach's Corner. I'm Morgan Evans, and today we are with head softball coach, Mr. Williamson. How are you today?
Great, Morgan. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good.
All right, so we're gonna talk about the whole season, the
Okay.
state, all of that. So
All right.
overall, y'all went 25-12,
That's correct.
and then 10-2 in the region, right?
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
right.
So tell me a little bit about this season.
Well, we started off slow. We started off 2-4, and I think that's what's makes me feel good about the way we ended up. We started slow. We had a lot of players. I guess we had a couple of pitchers that didn't pitch much this summer, so I think that may have had something to do with it. And they came around and did a great job towards the end of the season. Really helped us win a lot of ball games. But they, like I said, they do other things on their travel ball teams. They don't pitch as much as like some of the other schools that have pitchers that are pitching all summer long. So I think that had something to do with our slow start. But by the end, they were pitching great. We had actually three. We had Paige, Wakana, and Abby, and they all stepped up and did a great job towards the end of the season. So I think that helped us be successful down the stretch.
And then in the region, y'all went 10-2. The two were Whitewater, correct?
Two were Whitewater.
Okay. And this year's a new region, right?
This year was, yes. We
Okay.
just started it.
So how did you feel as opposed to last year with the realignment?
Much better. For softball, it was great.
Mhm.
The last 5 or 6 years, we've been in a very tough region where we would finish fifth. And I know one year, probably 4 or 5 years ago, the top 4 teams from our region made it to the final 8. And, that just made it tough. You had to be one of the top 4 just to get out of the region. And top 4 from our region were going on and competing for state championships. And it was difficult. But now the new region, softball-wise, is a lot better for us and gives us a chance to, win the region, be runner-up, at least hopefully be in the top 4 every year.
Okay. And y'all finished second in the region
Yes.
to Whitewater, but you still moved on to state.
Yes.
So Elite 8s in state. How did they reseed the teams?
They don't, in softball, they don't reseed. I think volleyball does that where
Okay.
they get the Elite 8, Final 8, and they reseed. Softball, it's predetermined brackets. Like number 1 from this region matches up with, the 1 or 2 from the other region.
Okay.
Because there's 8 different regions. So realistically, if all the 1 seeds won, you would have 8 number 1 seeds in the Final 8.
Okay.
It doesn't always, normally doesn't work out that way, but that's the way it's designed. So basically, they predetermine this position, which is A, is going to play this position, which is F, in the first round.
Okay.
So it's not seeded at all.
Gotcha.
It's luck of the draw.
So first round you played Buford
Yes.
and lost.
Yes.
And then you went to the losers bracket and played Union Grove and beat
Played
them.
Whitewater first.
Oh, you played Whitewater,
Whitewater
first.
first,
Okay.
yes.
And results.
Great, good results. We
Knocked them
won.
out of state.
Knocked them out of state. Sent them packing. Sent them home,
Good deal.
which is always nice, because they had our number during the regular season, and
that was
it
the
was
6th game against them this season.
that was the 6th game. We were
And this is
going into that game. We were 1-4 against them.
Wow.
So now we're only 2-4, but it feels better since we won that game.
Yes,
So
of course. And then so after Whitewater you played Union Grove.
right.
And are these games out of 3 or just 1?
No, they do best 2 out of 3 the first 2 rounds, and then when you get to the final 8, it's a double elimination tournament.
Okay.
So you lose 2 and you're done. So it was just you play the 1 game and then you move on, just like the good old-fashioned double elimination tournaments you see all the time. So,
Okay. So then after Union Grove you played Walnut Grove and lost to them.
Right.
So that was your end result, 4th in the state.
Yes.
And then Walnut Grove went on to play Buford.
In the finals.
So y'all lost to the 2 best teams.
Yes. We the way it worked out with our matchup, it was, in a way, I guess it was unfortunate. We never saw Harris County finish 3rd. We never saw them. We never played them. They're a good team. So I'm not saying necessarily that we would have beaten them. I don't know what the outcome would have been, but it would have been nice to play for 3rd and 4th.
Right.
But they don't do that when you get to this far in softball. It's just, like I said, it's determined on how you come out of that double elimination tournament. But we had our chances against Walnut Grove. We gave up a couple unearned runs early, and we were down 3-0, had the bases loaded in the 7th with 1 out, and we just couldn't get the hit when we needed it. So, but it was fun. You know, you always just ask for that chance. You just want to have a chance to win. We had that chance at the end, and it didn't work out, but it was a fun time.
And it's been how long since you've gotten that far?
The last year we were at Elite Eight was 2006, and I believe we won one game in the losers bracket and finished like in the 5-6 spot, somewhere around there. But
Okay.
the Final Four last time was probably 2004, 2000, I believe 2005.
Was that before you were coaching?
No, I've been here since 2001.
Oh, okay.
I'm
wow.
old, Morgan.
Yeah, good lord, no. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the players. You have a lot of young players on your team.
Yes, we do.
And one senior.
Correct.
So looking forward to next season, you've still got, you know, many of those.
We have a lot of talent coming back, so we are excited about that. We are definitely going to miss Shelby, our one senior.
Yes.
She did so much as far as leadership, and you know, we've been talking about it. She had one of the clutchest performances that I've seen since I've been coaching in the state playoffs. I mean, she stepped up and had 6 or 7. I think she had six home runs during 8 games of the state playoffs, and batted right at 400, and slugging percentage was over the top, 1100 or something. So she really had a great state tournament. So that's hard to replace. I mean, everybody says, oh, you're only losing one, you should do great things next year. She's going to be hard to replace, and you know, hopefully we have some of the juniors that step up and take over the leadership role that she had. You know, the talent, we're still going to have plenty of talent, but we've got to bring the team together like they came together this year, which is going to be hard to do. So
And
hopefully somebody will
at
do
one
that.
point, was Laura Sellers in the running for most home runs?
Laura hit 10 this year, which is the most in one season
Okay.
in Stars Mill softball history. And now I think she has 13 or 14 in the 2 years she's been here, and which is the most. She's right now the #1 leader as far as career home runs in Stars Mill history.
Okay.
So she had a real good year too offensively.
Okay, and so going back to next year, there's a lot of 8th graders that are on the JV team.
There were probably
Do you-
7 or 8, I think.
Do you think some of them will be moving up to varsity next year?
I do not know. I mean, that's one of the big questions. There's 1 or 2 that have a good possibility of doing that, and I guess it depends on if they stay healthy, if they keep working, and you know how their summer goes, and how they come into the fall. But yeah, we do have a couple that pique our interest, I guess. So we'll just have to see if they continue to grow and work.
And then going into the off season, are you looking for more bats or more pitching for next season?
You always want pitching. I mean,
Right.
this game, softball, if you have one great pitcher, you can win a lot of games. It's not like baseball where you need 3 or 4. Softball, if you have one just dominant pitcher, you can win a lot of games. So I'll never say we're not looking for pitching. The pitching we had this year, like I said, they came through and it came up big at the end. I know Paige, our freshman, she only gave up 2 earned runs in the Elite Eight, in the Final 8. You know, she pitched 2 games, gave up 2 earned runs. So basically 1 run per game was earned. If we only give up 1 run per game in 7 innings, hopefully we're gonna win those games.
Right.
So with that being said, if she can continue to do that, and Wakana can continue to improve, and Abby continues to improve, you know, I guess we need the defense, because the unearned runs that's really what got us in several of the games. Even Buford, you know, the score looked bad, 9-1, but they are a very good team. But our defense wasn't great that game.
Gotcha.
So, you know, we need that. The bats are there. If they continue to hit the way they did this year, you know, we will have 5 or 6 good bats, and it's always nice to have a couple more. But
Right.
I'm not as concerned with the offense as I am the defense and the pitching.
Gotcha. Okay. So do you have any comments to give our viewers about your bus driver to state?
Oh my goodness, our bus driver to state. I have to say, hands down, the best bus driver we've ever had.
Really?
Yes, just a great guy. You know, just good for the girls to kind of loosen them up. You know, when they're getting on and off for a big game. You know, just a great guy. You know, I don't know. I can't say anything else about him other than he's a great guy.
Can't replace Coach Ellison.
No, no. Oh, is that who that was?
Yes.
Okay.
In case you didn't know, Coach
Yeah.
Ellison was the bus
Okay.
driver.
No, he's a great guy.
Yes.
So.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Join us next time on the Prowler, and we will probably go into winter sports. Thanks.